We welcome all Earthlings, and we want to talk today about what makes your life, about its basic structure. Many of you follow the path of spiritual development, while ignoring the material aspects of your life. On the one hand, this can be understood: too long you were in a spiritual dormancy, and you want to make up for lost time and rather events in your path. But on the other hand, the spiritual is opposed to the material, thereby further strengthening the existing duality. This separation is also facilitated by the experience of your past lives, where you were monks, hermits who completely ignored life in the world and devoted themselves to serving the higher spheres. This experience is still recalled now, when many of you believe that service and assistance to people should be free of charge, be a kind of self-sacrifice and non-payment of money. These echoes of old beliefs make it difficult for you to see the general picture, namely, the unity of the material and spiritual, the impossibility of putting a clear boundary between these two worlds. Another interesting feature of your life now is that by achieving any success on the path of spiritual development, getting some tangible results in expanding the consciousness and developing your abilities, you can say, sit down on it in your meditations and travels on a subtle plane, fill up that lack of emotions and sensations that the physical world cannot give you. And the more unusual the experience of your practitioners, the harder it is to return to physical reality. It begins to weigh down and crush even more and more you need to make efforts to stay in it adequate. You become like a tree that pulls its branches to the sun and considers its roots as something low, or, as you say, Trideshnam. Many of you have a material sphere, relationships are not being built, work is not satisfactory, unresolved problems are accumulating. Fortunately, the time of hermits and ascetics has already passed. You do not need self-sacrifice, blind worship and free service. This experience was necessary for the development of certain qualities of those who go along this path and help others. Now the balance in all spheres of life, free unobstructed flow of energy in the financial sphere, calm comfortable living conditions, harmonious relations, happy realization in the beloved cause, smooth, painless acceptance of the external world comes to the forefront. The result of your spiritual search, practice, meditation, reading spiritual literature and messages should be your happier life. Your spiritual search should bear fruit in the material world, like a tree that substitutes its branches for the sun. In autumn it necessarily yields fruits. This will be the logical result of your efforts on the spiritual path. This will cease to be occupation for the sake of occupation. Changes in life should be inevitable if you do everything right. Light can be admitted into its physical part of life, in every corner of it. Remember this: the Pleiades civilization,